video is sponsored by OmniSend. Hello everyone, welcome back to Royalty Soaps. Today is the final episode of our Jungle Oasis collection. The entire collection will be available tonight at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, royaltysoaps.com. We have already made Hibiscus Mist and Papaya Grove, and the first soap we're making today is Jungle Orchid. I love orchids, and I got to see so many different types in Cambodia and also when I had a layover in Thailand. They were literally all over the airport. This fragrance is very, very floral. So if you're into floral fragrances, this one's for you, and let's make some soap. The Jungle Orchid Essential Oil Blend consists of lavender, rosemary, and ylang-ylang. It's very refreshing, very energizing, and just a little bit sweet. Before we blend our lye water into our oils, I'm going to add a little bit of sodium lactate and a little bit of Rasool clay. I don't think I've ever actually used this clay before, but I was reading up on some of the benefits this particular clay provides, and I really, really liked the variety. It's also just fun to sort of change things up a little bit and try out new ingredients every once in a while. All right, let's pour in our lye water solution and blend it all up. We have 3 accent colors today, so I'm going to start by pouring those off real quick. It's pretty important that I get the color blending right for this soap, so I am actually going to blend up the color separate from the fragrance. We're starting with some Mint Julep from Mad Micas, a custom color blend that ends up looking like sort of a berry purple, and then a darker purple as well, just to sort of mimic the inside of an orchid flower. I know there's lots of different colors and varieties, but I am doing the one that I have seen in my sister's room. I feel like it's kind of common for the DFW area. I mean, obviously they don't grow native here. I just see them in shops and stuff. Add a little bit of titanium dioxide into that accent and add some titanium dioxide into our larger container. All right, let's blend these up real quick. All right, these colors look perfect. Now I am going to be pouring them in a very specific formation because I do want it to sort of mimic an orchid. Just gonna blend in our essential oil by hand. It smells amazing. And now we're going to pour in a fair amount of our base color here. I'm leaving just about this much for the top. All right, and the first color to go in is our dark purple. We're actually going to pour in almost all of this. I'm going to leave some for the top. Now our lighter purple, going to try to puncture through those first purple layers. And again, just saving a tiny bit for the top. And finally, our last layer, the green layer, sort of look like the leaves. I've waited for this to set up a little bit in the hopes that I will be able to smush some of this green out just a little bit. I'm hoping that that will kind of simulate leaves, have them be a little more flattened. And then before I tap this down, I'm gonna spread this final layer of white. Doesn't have to be perfect because we are adding some more accent colors, but just to sort of level everything off. All right. Let's put some of the accent colors on top. This purple is so pretty. Some of our lighter purple, and of course our green. I saw I had a teeny bit of that mint julep mica left over, so I'm just going to put that on top. And now we're gonna swirl the top real big. And yes, I will tap this down afterwards. I'm gonna do 4 across. This is actually gonna be cut into 6 loaves, but I'm just doing 4 because otherwise we may get too much color blending. Safe to say I am extremely pleased with this. I'm gonna go touch up any little bits that I can see that need some doctoring. Get a little bit of the air bubbles sometimes when your soap batter gets thick. Beautiful. Now we're gonna spritz the top with some rubbing alcohol and put it to sleep for 18 to 24 hours and come back and cut these bars into loaves right after I tell you about this amazing new company I found. If you run an online store or are dreaming of starting one, this is for you because I have found a marketing platform that seriously delivers: OmniSend. OmniSend is the email and SMS marketing platform built for e-commerce, trusted by over 125,000 brands. It's how you go from sending one-off emails to building actual relationships with your customers that drive sales. And there are a lot of options OmniSend has that I personally find extremely beneficial. First of all, the amount of pre-built templates. I cannot stress how important this is for me personally, so that once you pick a template, you can just customize it and the editor is not clunky and hard to use. They also have built-in automations like a welcome flow or an abandoned cart series that are ready to go, like pre-built, start to finish. Everything is designed to drive results and it shows. Users average $73 in sales for every $1 spent. Plus, it is more affordable than other platforms with similar features. Trust me, I would know. So try OmniSend today and get 30% off your first 3 months. You can click the link in the description box or go to omnisend.com/royalty to sign up and get started now. Once again, click the link in the description box below or go to omnisend.com/royalty for 30% off your first 3 months. Thanks again to OmniSend, and let's go cut that jungle orchid soap. This looks so good the next day, and the essential oil blend smells super good. I know Caleb's about to hit me with those orchid facts.
I am. Here's an orchid fact. Orchids are one of the largest plant families.
Is it really? I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, there's over 25,000 species.
That's insane.
They can be found on every continent except Antarctica.
Why'd this look like a face?
Vanilla is related to orchid.
Really?
Yeah, they can live for decades. So some orchids, if you take care of them right, can live for 20 to 30 years. There is one particular orchid plant in the Singapore Botanical Gardens that's over, I'm gonna let you guess. How many years old do you think it is? It's crazy.
I mean, not to overthink this, but they would have had to have the orchid in captivity and monitoring it. So it has to be during record keeping time.
Yeah.
Well, maybe 100 years?
Go a little bit up.
110?
Keep going.
Oh my gosh, 125?
Keep going.
Just tell me, how long?
They've had it for 150 years.
Oh my gosh, that's actually insane though. Okay, but this design, obsessed. I want to make this soap in 2 or 3 different colorways for all the different orchids. The final soap that we are making is called Tiger Canopy. I have really wanted to make a tiger soap for a long time now. So whenever I designed a jungle collection, I thought, now is the time. We've got to make the tiger soap, so let's make it together now. It's literally only 2 colors, and you will be surprised by how difficult this was. Let's pour our lye water solution into our oils, and then Caleb and I will tell you about our childhood big cat obsessions. Blend it up. Just added in a little pumice powder for exfoliation. I feel like having a favorite big cat is a rite of passage for every single 90s baby. I don't know what was up with us. I don't know if it was the media we were being fed, but we all loved big cats. And unsurprisingly, because Caleb and I were both homeschooled and therefore weirdos, we didn't like all the classic big cats, okay? No lions and tigers here. Caleb, come over here and tell the people what they want to know. What was your favorite big cat growing up?
A mountain lion.
And why? Why?
I don't know. I thought they looked nice. I also kind of liked that they were somewhat local. As if I was ever going to see one in Kansas. They're local to North America.
Somewhat local? Lives in Wichita.
Yeah, somewhat local to this area right here. Bing, bing.
So in other words, more local than Africa.
Yeah. I thought I might be able to see one day outside of a zoo. And not yet. Not yet. I haven't seen one yet out in the wild.
Wow, little Caleb would be so disappointed. Do you know what my favorite big cat was?
I thought it was a tiger.
No!
Oh, it's a leopard, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
It was a leopard. The leopard, to me, was like equal parts speed, strength. I loved that they climbed up trees and dragged their prey with them. They're very strong. Also, their spots are just so cool. Or their rosettes, as we should say. Let's blend this one up. Today's fragrance we are using is called Costa Rican Rainforest. Caleb, this smells floral, and you know what that means.
It's a tiger with flowers in his hair.
No, it just means there's a high probability of failure. It smells really awesome, though. Probably worth it. We're gonna start by blending this in with a spatula just to be on the safe side. I love to see that there's no ricing. There doesn't appear to be any discoloration, but I feel like there may be imminent seizure of the soap. Obviously, I read the notes on the fragrance oil before starting this soap. It does seem to be behaving well, all things considered. Alright, oh crap! Oh no! I wanted to do like 4 different layers, but I don't think so. I don't know, maybe it'll all still work out. What I did want is for the layers to be very uneven. I didn't want them to be straight. That's not what tiger stripes look like. They kind of get thinner in places and then thicker in others. Oh, why is this so chunky? All right, so we've learned our lesson. Fragrance each individual layer. All right, I definitely spoke too soon about that one. This is a nightmare. Well, that was a certified disaster. I'm just gonna add a little bit more orange on the top, and then I'm gonna take a paint scraper and sort of smooth it out. Hopefully that makes kind of a cool design. When you have a batch that behaves this badly, you really are kind of limited on what you can do on the top. All right, just gonna start smoothing this from side to side. Okay, I'm gonna try another idea. How about popsicle stick that I just press in a little bit? Okay, I think that's a little better. Is it perfect? No, but look at what I'm working with, okay? Kind of cool to see the orange on top and the black underneath. So let's go ahead and spritz the top of this with rubbing alcohol. And we're gonna let it sit a while and calm down for like 18 to 24 hours. Then we'll come back and chop it up and see if I actually was able to save it or if it is just gonna look bad on the inside too. Okay, so despite all the drama yesterday, this soap actually looks decently good. Like, the orange is very vivid. There are some holes, and there won't be in the next batches because we'll be able to do this a lot faster and more efficiently. But like, the split between orange and black is really good. I'm actually really pleased, and the fragrance is strong. And I know Caleb has tiger facts for me.
Just a question of the day.
Oh, just a question of the day. All right, what is it?
Would you rather have to introduce yourself with an overly dramatic tiger roar at every meeting?
Please.
Or have tiger stripes that show up on your skin whenever you get embarrassed?
Wait, those are both actually so awful.
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea of tiger stripes, though. It's giving temporary body tattoos.
Yeah.
All right, I'm picking tiger stripes.
But only when you're embarrassed. And you get embarrassed.
I get it. Well, how often? Go ahead, finish your sentence.
They would be, that was the end of it. You get embarrassed, period. They would be on you right now, for instance.
You're honestly right.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Like, look at this. It actually looks really good. I'm surprised. We'll blend in that fragrance oil into each individual layer, and that will help everything a whole lot. All in all, I love the fragrance. 100% would use again, even though it misbehaved. All 4 soaps in the Jungle Oasis collection are going to be bundled together with a little bit of a discount and free shipping for everyone in the United States. So be sure to check them out again at royaltysoaps.com. You can also click the link down below to subscribe to our VIP email newsletter. We promise we won't spam you. We just include a lot of really good exclusive information in those. I hope you guys have an absolutely amazing day. Do something fun for yourself today, whether that is going out, maybe purchasing yourself a new little orchid, or watching a documentary on big cats. I don't really care what you do. Just do something for you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now. Meow.